Okay, welcome back to another episode of Celeste. I'm Mar, and today we will continue our journey of trying to get to the end of this level. It's a long level, so, you know, long journey. But we're going to make it, eventually. Yep, that is in fact what you need to do. Okay. Glad to know I was right. It's really hard to wave dash off of a platform like that, but not impossible, and you have to do it a second time. Okay. Do I have to do... what do I have to do after I wave dash there? I have to get under that, grab that on the right, and then use it to get through. Okay. I didn't mean to dash into those spikes, but I mean, since my only real goal there was to... I did not go far enough with that wave dash. Since my only real goal there was to get above, it worked. Like, goal accomplished. I did not jump off at that time. How am I supposed to get far enough there? Looks like I might have to grab the left side of that block, but I thought I needed to grab the right. But I guess what I can do is grab the left side and then do an over jump like that, yeah. Okay, that's another screen down. Let's look ahead. Well, this will definitely be interesting. That's a, this is definitely a challenge, because I think I need to only... gosh. I think I need to only expend one dash there in order for me to make it up on the other side. I mean, alternatively, I could just jump into spikes. Like, that is always an option. As I'm sure you guys are probably tired of hearing by now. It is always an option to jump into spikes. Like, never doubt my ability to dash and or jump into spikes. Let's see what happens if I just go forward without... Yep, you need the dasher right there. Okay, that means that I can only expend one right there. Whoops. I'll just, I didn't turn around to grab the block. That's just unfortunate. So let's see, something to talk about that's not, this. I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake is super exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I haven't even played the demo yet, so that might, like, if I have just like a 1 or 2 day set before it comes out after this series finishes, that might be what gets uploaded there, is me playing the demo. But yeah, I'm super excited. I am super excited for the existence of Final Fantasy VII. I very much look forward to it. Can't wait for it to be a thing that I get to play. And in the meantime, I will fail at Celeste over and over again, as many times as it takes. As many times. Darn it. way too long on that. Alternatively, I could jump into spikes. I mean, as I've said before, always a valid plan, just like not jumping is always a valid plan. It's almost never a good plan, but it is always a valid one. It is, in fact, a plan. It's never a good plan, but it is a plan, nonetheless. It contains all the properties of a plan. I don't even know what the properties of a plan are, really? Like, how do you quantify that? Like, what's the list of things that have to be true for it to count as a plan, for something to count as a plan? Yeah, just dashing diagonally there doesn't do it for me. Oh, yeah, I see what I need to do. Okay. I almost ad-libbed well enough to make it through. You know, of course I didn't quite make it, because that's not the kind of video gamer I am. If it were, I wouldn't have this kind of YouTube channel, that's for sure. I'd have a YouTube channel where I was doing speedruns and other amazing feats. Not the kind where we all get to watch me accidentally hit spikes for an hour. And if you think that's a joke, go watch Chapter 7 Seaside. That is an accurate description of one of those hours. Probably even argue that's an accurate description of more than one of those hours. But I like to think positively. Okay, there we go. Made it through another screen. Okay, let's look ahead, shall we? Have to wave dash there, then jump off that to get up there. Dash up there. So that way I can get over there. Okay, yep, I think I've got at least the general flow. And of course I mess up at the first step. And then when I get the first step down, I mess up at the second step. To be fair, these are hard steps, but still. I will say I absolutely love wave dashing as a thing. It's cool. It's so sick. Just as a concept that's a thing that you can do in this game. That's definitely not what was supposed to happen there, but you know. Okay, there we go. Made it through another screen. All's well. Now we have another upward thing that goes into a very, very narrow. This is very interesting. Oh, yeah, I see what I need to do there. Okay, so I need to not do that. Okay, I do that, then I jump off of that, and then I have to get to the other side of that instead of the side I just tried to do that off of. And need to get off of there before I hit the spikes. Before the spikes. That is the important thing. Alternatively, I could crash into spikes. I mean, that is always an option. Never forget, It is always an option that I keep in my back pocket for when nothing else seems to be working. Crash into them spikes with a vengeance and hope that that somehow solves your problem. I mean, in a way it does, just not in a good way. Because, I mean, you get to respawn, get a fresh look at the problem from the beginning of the screen. Yeah, that attempt went poorly. Man, okay, let's... I don't know why Celeste, I don't know why Madeline always dies from just one touch of spikes. Like, come on, walk it off. It's just a flesh. Merely a flesh. Like, come on. Madeline could really learn something from Black Knight. I thought I had messed up, but no, it's fine. All good. Whoops. Darn it. Didn't quite make it. But this is a really rude thing to make me have to do. Oh gosh. Just like falling, like hoping that I make it into the... Okay, yeah, this is real challenge, because the real challenging part is that you don't start at the right height to do it. Which means that you do have to delay for a second, which feels really, weird. And if you mess up the delay, then you die. Like that, yeah. You know, if you need an example of what I was talking about, that was it. Oh, that's just sad. I was so close. And there we go. One more screen passed. Making great progress. I'm gonna have to come back through here, aren't I? Sure am. Sure am. Oh hey, there's the switch. Somewhere I was very much not prepared for it to be. Okay. This is just figuring out the timing of everything mainly. You know, how long do I wait before I start the next dash, all that. Whoops. Did not mean to dash diagonally there. I did not mean to come out of that with a jump. And I did it again, despite having just said I did not mean to do that. Could have fooled anyone with the fact that every single time I've done that, I've died in the exact same way of not jumping. Like, it's always an option. By the way, what happens if I... Okay, I just can't. I was just curious what happened if I... That's unfortunate, isn't it? Just, do some pull-ups, Madeline, while you wait. Build up that stamina. For, future attempts. That's not at all what I thought was going to happen there, but I should not have dashed. But hey, at least I figured out how to do it. So there's that. That's definitely good. This is really hard. Darn it. Not let myself fall far enough before doing that. I was a little too high. Well, this is unfortunate. Not much to do except fall. If only, that other part of Madeline were here. If Goth Madeline were here, we would have had 2 dashes there, and we would have been fine. But Goth Madeline is off doing who knows what. I'll just, you know, jump into some spikes. Not much else to do in that situation anyway. It was, pretty hopeless. You know, I thought I'd be able to finish this room pretty easily after I figured out what I needed to do for it. Like, seemed easy enough. My mistake. I was so close. I just needed to time that last dash right, and I would have been done. Or I could just die. Never forget that just dying is always an option. Especially if you're me. Darn it, I did the wrong kind of dash. Meant to dash diagonally there. If I had done the right kind of dash, I would have made it through just fine. I mistimed my jump press there. That went amazing. How did that not count as me dashing into it? Okay. Darn it, I was a little too high. Okay, so something to talk about that's not this while I continue to attempt this. I don't know. I am in a serious deficit of conversation topics. So back on the Final Fantasy VII thing, I'm really glad they did a full remake and not just a remaster, because, like, well, I definitely would have bought a remaster too, don't get me wrong. Like, considering the amount of effort that they're going to have to put into it, I'm glad that the team got to do a reimagine it. Because, like, it, remastering it means building all new 3D models for everything. Like, there's no way around that. Any HD version of Final Fantasy VII was going to have to be rebuilt from the ground up. It's not like the HD versions of 8 and beyond, where, you know, an HD version of those textures isn't actually very hard to do. For Final Fantasy VII, an HD version of those textures would require that you rebuild the whole thing in order for it to look HD when you're done. Because the polygon count just wasn't big enough in the first place. So it's definitely good for the team that they got to redo the whole game. They got to give a reimagined Final Fantasy VII. It'll be interesting to see what changes they make. I imagine they'll either have a whole lot of changes, or there won't be any core changes to the story at all. And I'm not sure which one they'll go with, but they'll definitely... I would be very surprised if they put out something that was more middle of the road, because any changes at all are gonna really bother their, the purist fans. So if they're going to bother them anyway, they may as well just, you know, change everything that they think they could make better. Which I'm sure they have a laundry list of things that they thought could have been better in the game. You know, even right after a game's released, developers have that kind of list of, you know, if we just had a little more time to work on it, these are the things that they would have wanted to improve. I don't know why I did not think that last dash through. Anyway, so, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how much they change. I mean, Final Fantasy VII at its base is a pretty good RPG to begin with. So, we'll see how much they actually end up changing. One thing I really hope they change is that if they... I lost my train of thought, so oh well. What'll be really interesting to see is if they allow player choice, so if they allow people to save Eris or not. That'll be really interesting. Anyway, so that is the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.